Parking is, I'd say, maybe only 60% full.
We'd like to thank you for attending our event and welcome you to the closing ceremonies of the Cost of Freedom. At this time, I would like to call forward all of the committee chair people who helped make this whole event possible, as well as post 4929 VFW members. If you please come forward at this time. Become part of the crowd and be proud. Without this group of people, this weekend would not have been possible. Literally thousands of hours of blood, sweat, and tears, and smiles went into bringing this event to this community. And we also thank all of you who've attended over the last 4.5 days. We thank you for making this all possible by attending and remembering the people that this event was really for the veterans who gave their lives to guarantee our freedom. At this time, I would like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. We will be saluting the flag on the flagpole. If you are civilian, please remove your cap. If you are military or prior military, please feel free to salute. And repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, we have our national anthem, which will be sung by Kara Miller. Kara, could you please come forward? There she is. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wrong way, Feldman. I was asked to do a benediction, and I couldn't think of anything more appropriate than to recite one of the many poems entitled A Soldier's Poem, and this is the one I chose. Dear Lord, I'm just a soldier, a protector of our land, a servant called to battle when my country takes a stand. I pray for strength and courage and a heart that will forgive, for peace and understanding and a world for all to live. A family's prayers are with me, no matter where I roam. Please listen when I'm lonely and return me safe from home. Amen. And at this time, I would like to call Mike Straley, Director of the Eyes of Freedom, forward for a presentation. And I'm going to turn the mic over to our post commander, Joe Jasny.
I'm going to talk about him anyway, so I'll just take it. Hey, I'm Mike Straley. I'm the director of the Eyes of Freedom Lima Company Traveling Memorial. It's the life-size tribute art paintings that are inside the school here. And I'm stealing the microphone here just because we have a tradition that's been around ever since these started traveling, all the way back in 2008. When you come, no matter if you're military, civilian, law enforcement, support, whatever you are, when you come into the Eyes of Freedom exhibit and you experience this tribute, we ask you to sign one of these unsigned Marine Corps flags. And I know there's a lot of Marines in the crowd that probably gulped deep when we're signing a Marine Corps flag. We're not defacing the flag. It's actually pretty special. Everyone signs the flag, and then as tradition has it, we, at the end of each event, we dedicate this flag to a local family, Gold Star family, an event host, anybody that's involved or has touched us deeply for this event. And the flag that we have here is going to Joe Jasny and all his VFW post. I don't want to single out Joe, but Joe and his entire team approached us. We were in Strongsville, Ohio over 2 years ago. And he said, my town's got something special going on. Are you free? I said, when is it? He said, it's not till 2015. This was back in 2013, maybe? And I said, you're crazy, that's far away. But yes, we will be there. You're on our calendar. And these guys used every bit of that 2 years to do everything right. We've done about 100 events in the meantime of me meeting Joe all over the country. We've done about 170 total in our entire history. Still very young, but we've been busy. And there's going to be a lot of towns that are upset with this. Word will travel. But this is probably the best event we've ever been to. And I can say that with certainty. But starting from the escort in, into town on Wednesday. Normally it takes a little while for word to travel and a buzz to start forming around town that this cool thing is happening. And we were packed all day Thursday, which is day one, and all day Friday, Saturday. And I'll get to a little bit more in a second, but this flag here has been very well earned by Twinsburg and Joe and the VFW post and the whole team. Thank you. I'm not even done yet. So we had so many people come over the last 4 days. We didn't just fill one flag front and back. We've filled 2 full flags front and back. There's probably 17,000 plus signatures on these 2 Marine Corps flags. And the other one, First Sergeant Robert Waltz, who is now in charge of Lima Company, the same unit that is memorialized inside. He's running the show down there in Columbus, and he happens to be a Twinsburg police officer as well. Round of applause. He hadn't had much time with the exhibit until we brought it to his hometown, and I'd say that's one of my favorite guys that got to see it here this week, because these are all his guys, our guys. Like I said, we filled up 2 flags. I still have to present it to Joe because these guys are the ones that earned it, but I know Joe has an idea of where this one might be going. So once again, Joe Jasny.
The Eyes of Freedom held a special place in my heart, and until we were able to comfortably invite them after our fundraising was so successful, a gentleman came forward and said, "I'll sponsor him." And I said, "You know how much that is?" He says, "I don't care. You're doing something that he's proud to be part of." Matt Solera from M&G Pools, would you please come forward? And a veteran, yes. Before I turn the mic back over to Comrade Koss, the money that we had raised to bring the Eyes of Freedom just went right back into the Veterans Exhibit. None of it has been spoiled, and any leftover will go back to the veterans at the end of this event. Back to Comrade Koss. Oh, now I have to kill time. Okay. Color guard, you're dismissed. Committee, if you want to try to find chairs, that's fine. Okay, I have to kill some time. I think my adrenaline.
Prepare the colors. Detail, freeze and march. Lower the colors. Detail, order, march.
Today's flag is retired. Into a flag box, picture the flag organization, military organization, the school, the police department, the fire department, police district, and state. The flag box will be displayed schools across the street. We adopt the support.
Detail, board, arc. Deliver the colors. Order, arms. Detail, dismissed.